FreeMocap is a completely free and open source multi-camera video to mocap application. Multi-camera means that you have to shoot the same action from two or more cameras at the same time. So setting things up is more demanding than a single camera application like QuickMagic, for example, but it can produce higher quality mocap rivaling suits and optical systems worth thousands, even millions of dollars. Before we start, this is a bit of a series on various video to mocap solutions, and if you want to check out all of my findings, go to addons.cgdive.com, mocap and retargeting, AI video to mocap, and here you'll find all solutions I know of, and the ones I've tested have an article inside, including videos by me or other people, so this is a great way to discover and compare the alternatives. So FreeMocap is not the most user-friendly tool, but it has come a long way. You can download it easily by going to freemocap.org and clicking on Try FreeMocap. Then go to Releases, scroll down and download the release for your system. I use the FreeMocap Windows exe file. Then place the exe anywhere on your drive and double-click it. The first time you start it, it's going to download and install things, and it will start this UI. And subsequently, when you want to start it again, just keep this file and double-click it, and the next time it won't be installing anything, it will just start. And the first thing to do to check if everything works fine is to do a single camera test. The results from a single camera test are kind of useless, but it is very important to do just to check that things work on a basic level. So go to Cameras in the UI, Detect available cameras. This window here shows the processes that FreeMocap is using. For the most part, you can ignore it. If you have more than one cameras, FreeMocap will detect them, but currently we want just one. So I'm going to disable the two cameras that I don't want and click Apply Settings to Camera. That leaves me with just one camera. So I'll start the motion capture recording and just do any movement. It's not even capturing my full body, but it doesn't matter. I'll stop the recording. You'll get these images, no idea what they are supposed to mean. And after a second, FreeMocap should start Blender. And you need to have Blender installed. FreeMocap is processing something. And when it's done, Blender starts and you can see your mocap. As you can see, this kind of represents my movement. But because it's taken from a single camera and FreeMocap is not meant to work with a single camera, this is not usable. However, getting things to this stage is extremely important. It confirms that everything works. And if anything didn't work for you, I highly recommend joining the FreeMocap Discord server and go to help requests and ask them for help. If installation didn't work, if Blender didn't start, they will probably ask you to share some of this information from here and they'll figure it out. They've helped me a couple of times already. So with this, you're ready to try a multi-camera recording. And now you have two options. You can either record live with multiple cameras plugged into your computer, or you can import pre-recorded videos. Either way, you need to run a calibration which involves holding the so-called Charuko board and showing it to all of the cameras. You can download the Charuko board from the FreeMocap site and you'll have to print it out. So you have to imagine painting the views of the camera with the board. And when you move from one camera to another, both cameras need to clearly see the board for at least a short time. This way, FreeMocap understands the location of all cameras relative to one another, and that is essential if you want to get a good mocap result. Using live recording was just too much for me. Basically, I'd need 3 or more cameras all plugged into my PC with long cables and somehow positioned several meters from each other. On the other hand, I have a bunch of phones at my home, so I can easily position them as I want and shoot my action. The downside is that after that, I need to download these videos and sync them manually. But it is still the better option for me personally. So I'll be showing the workflow using pre-recorded videos, but the steps you need to take for live recording are almost the same. When you record your videos, position your cameras steadily so that they don't move at all, and you can start by clapping your hands. This will help you sync the clips later using the waveform. And here is a special tip that you won't find in the documentation or anywhere else. Before you do the main camera calibration, place the Charuko board flat on the ground where all cameras can see it and leave it there for 3 or 4 seconds. Use that in your calibration footage, and this helps FreeMocap detect the floor, and it could improve the final quality of your mocap. Then you can do the calibration process as I explained a minute ago, painting the camera views and making sure that 2 cameras see the board at the same time. I still don't have a lot of experience with this, so my calibration took about 2 minutes, but I believe it can be done much faster in 20 seconds or so. Then, keeping the cameras in the exact same position, you can shoot the motion that you want to capture. Then take all of these videos in a video editor, match them, and render them one by one. Since I have 3 cameras, I ended up exporting 3 calibration videos and 3 mocap videos. And a little quirk of the system, you need to place your videos in a folder called synchronized videos. So here is how I organized my videos. I have a calibration folder, and inside it is a synchronized videos folder, and here I have my calibration videos. And then I have a mocap folder and another synchronized videos, and these are the videos for the actual motion capture. First, we're going to need to calibrate. So click on Load Recording, and I'm going to go to my calibration folder and synchronize videos and select the folder. That will automatically switch to this view. Now go to the Process Data tab, and first we want to run the calibration, so I'll choose Calibrate from Active Recording. And I have to select the type of my Charuko board. Mine is 5x3, and here I enter the size of the square, which I can measure easily. Mine is 52 millimeters. And now I'll click Run Calibration. And FreeMocap will crunch some numbers. Because my calibration video was pretty long, that may take a couple of minutes. I'll let it finish. The calibration process has finished. In the calibration folder, you'll see some new folders and a TOML file. And this is information that FreeMocap will be using when processing your actual motion capture. Now switch to Load Calibration File and click on Load TOML. And open this file that we just created. Now from the Home tab, again, Load Recordings. In this one, I want to load my actual mocap. Again, I'm pointing to the Synchronized Videos folder and click Select Folder. So now FreeMocap knows where my cameras are, and we can create the motion capture. There are some options, but the defaults are okay as a starter. So now I can press Process Motion Capture Videos. It will take a couple of minutes, and again, it will open Blender. But this time we should have proper motion capture, unlike the single camera test that we ran at the beginning. By the way, as long as your cameras are positioned in the same way, you only need to run the calibration once. But if the cameras change their positions even slightly, then you need to run a calibration again. I'll let it process and we'll see the result. The process is finished, and FreeMocap opened Blender with my videos in the background and a skeleton performing the same action as me. For some reason, the skeleton is stuck in the ground. I can unhide this origin empty and set the position of my skeleton. It's also slightly at an angle, so I can also rotate it. I believe that my camera setup is still imperfect, and that is why it doesn't capture everything perfectly, but overall the motion is very nice. Something I noticed is that my footage was at 30 FPS, but Blender's default frame rate is 24, and FreeMocap doesn't switch it automatically, so my footage appears slightly slower. I'll switch it to 30 FPS, and now I'll have my animation running smoothly. There are some artifacts. I believe this leg was simply occluded. There wasn't enough data, and so we get this flickering. But overall, it's pretty nice. Here, I'm not sure why this happens, because I believe at this point there was enough data being captured. But at this point, FreeMocap completely drops the ball. And now we are back. Here I climb onto a little chair, so I can add an object just to see how good the movement is. Looks pretty stable. And here when I get off the chair, I know that I wasn't in view for most of the cameras. So here things don't look good, but that's completely natural. I just need better camera setup. So the animation produced by FreeMocap is not perfect, but it is very good and very faithful to the original videos. There are some gotchas, there are some problems, but if your cameras are set up nicely, you should get a high quality mocap with very little drift, stable feed, and smooth motion. The setup is a little bit complicated, but it is totally doable, and as a free multi-camera solution, FreeMocap is definitely one of the best. By the way, if you're wondering what the hell am I supposed to do with this skeleton model, well, this is Skelly, and it is only meant as a visualization, but if you enable overlays, you'll see that it's actually driven by a normal Blender armature. And so you can go to pose mode, select all bones, and go to pose, animation, bake animation, and bake this action with visual keying and clear local constraints. So now in object mode, you could press Ctrl-I, select everything but the armature and delete it. And now you just have this simple armature which you can use in your retargeting workflows. If you're interested in alternatives, you can go to addons.cgdive.com, mocap and retargeting, AI video to mocap. At the top, you'll find the single camera solutions, and at the bottom are the multi-camera solutions. If you want much simpler setup, you can use OpenMocap Blender. It works only with two cameras, and they need to be positioned at about a 90 degrees angle from each other. But that also means that the setup is extremely simple. There are no Charoko boards. You just need two cameras. And I either already have a video about this or it is coming soon. Another amazing solution is Mimem AI. It allows you to use many cameras, up to 9 I believe, and the setup is also extremely simple. No boards, no calibration, and even your different videos don't need to be fully in sync. Mimem can figure it out. So this is the simplest and highest quality solution, but it is paid, and depending on your budget, it may be expensive. Like and subscribe if you want to see more of these walkthrough and comparison videos for video to motion capture solutions.